Well guys, we got a couple issues going on with the car. Not really sure what's happening, if it's tune related, car related, what the heck is going on, but we'll go over it today and maybe you guys got an idea. So let's take a look. Hey everybody, welcome back. Thanks for tuning in again. Today we're going to be going over just a little bit of issues we're having with the car. I don't know what's going on. It's been sputtering a little bit. When you're driving and you go to slow down, say at a light or a stop sign or something, when it shifts between third and first, it's almost like it's hesitating what gear to be in. And I know it's even stalled once. It's dropped down the RPM so low because it kind of bounces back and forth for a second. Car gets confused. And yeah, it stalled. Not a big deal. Put it in park, started it up. It did fire up and go right away. No lights, no codes. It is tuned. So I don't really know what's going on with that. But there's a little bit of a bigger issue that could be making it do this possibly. And that is what I'm going to be going over in this video mainly. So we'll pop the hood, show you guys what's going on, and maybe you got a better idea of what's happening than me. I don't have time to really look at the car right now, but as always, I keep you guys filled in with what's going on, good and bad, so let's get at it. Alright, so hopefully it's not too windy. We got a pretty good breeze going on, and the lighting might be a little weird. That is because we are sitting in a big pile of smoke right now. You can see it's almost blue sky again today, because we got the wind. It's blowing the right direction, but yesterday you couldn't even see that building across the road. That's how smoky it was in here. All the forest fires around our area, so get a chance to get out and actually breathe a bit of fresh air. So here we are filming, and I thought I'd fill you guys in. The issue I'm having now is with the coolant. I'll film you right here, get nice and close. You can see max, underneath says minimum. There's another line right under this lip. That was not filled up to this point before. I filled this up just a couple days ago. It was way down here under the minimum, even where it's got the lettering, which is a good inch of coolant that was missing somewhere. I noticed it was a little bit low when I went to the drag strip last time. That's when I noticed the first time. And then by the time I got coolant, had time to go and get coolant and fill her back up, it was even lower. It was another, I don't know, quarter inch maybe lower than it was when I first noticed it. So this is about a week since I filled it up, and it seems to be holding. So if it is leaking somewhere, it's not a big leak. Obviously we're not in my garage right now, but there is never drips under the car, and I haven't really had a chance to look in here right now, so that's what we're going to be doing to see if we can find any leaks. So if you're new to the channel, it's a 2019 Mustang GT, 10-speed, blah blah blah, all the goodies. You can go check out that. In past videos, we are tuned by Lund, just a 93 tune right now, and we got the JLT cold air intake along with the tune. None of that should be affecting coolant. It does boost the performance a little bit, so yes, maybe it puts more stress on parts, could cause a leak, yada yada. But if you look in here, you can see like all the hoses attached to the coolant reservoir itself, the radiator. Obviously we drove here, the engine is smoking hot right now, so I'm not going to be reaching my hand in and out everywhere. It is a pain in the butt to see, but the head gaskets don't look like anything's been leaking. The hoses don't look like anything's been leaking. I do oil changes every 4 or 5 months. The last one, oil seemed fine. I know if it's leaking into your engine, well, really badly anyways, you'll get a milky sort of milk, like a melted milkshake look to your oil. But it was oil, there was no coolant mixed in. You can't smell any coolant under here. So I don't know, I'm not a mechanic. I do all my own work on this car. I just learn as I go, but I'm gonna say that you shouldn't exactly be losing that much coolant. Yes, the car is now 3 years old, so I could see maybe losing a little bit of coolant, but like I said, if you look, I'll get you guys lined up like this. This is the minimum line right under here. You can't really see it because it is exactly under the middle lip here. And we were just under the minimum, maybe a little further down, even way down to here. So you can see that's probably over an inch of fluid. And when I went and bought just a gallon from Ford, so I got the right coolant to put in, which FYI, you can see this car still has the pink coolant, or orange I think they call it. New one is green, looks like a lime green. You'll see that in the newer cars. You can mix them. I'll go over that in another video. But anyways, I filled it up to the minimum or the maximum line, just so I got a reference of where it's at now. Seems to be holding, so that tells me obviously there's no major leak, but still it was full when I bought the car. So where did, you know, probably at least a quart go over the last 3 years? And it isn't necessarily over the last 3 years, because I've been watching and I do check over the car. I don't just drive it around and have fun and don't pay attention to what's going on. I do watch it, so it has gone somewhere. And then the other issue I was talking about is the stalling issue. So basically we're just sitting there, not opening her up, just, you know, cruising down the road normally. You come up to a stop sign or something. This happens to only be when it's cold. Once the car is fully warmed up, it goes away. But when you roll up to a light, she stutters. And it doesn't usually stall, but it has got to the point once where it stuttered enough to actually kill the engine. And like I said, you just stop, put it in park, fire it right back up, starts like nobody's business, and you carry on and you have no more issues throughout the day. So I don't know, that could be tune related somehow. It's almost like maybe it's not getting enough air, or possibly the spark is not quite right. So I might pull the plugs just to see what they look like, maybe switch them out. They are aged now. Like I said, we have taken the car to the track a few times, along with opening her up on the road once in a while. And who knows, maybe we'll find something else in there, but I don't know what to do. Other than that, when she's up and running fine, she runs like always. Seems to be, power's there, everything seems to be good, but she just doesn't want to idle right. I don't know what's going on. Maybe I'll data log a bit. It's hard to data log when it happens, because like I said, it's not every single time. It just happens to be when you're not really expecting it is when it does it. So who knows what I'll do. Maybe I'll get Lund to, I'll just data log some normal driving and get Lund to look at it. Maybe there's something in there that they can pick up through the N gauge that I don't even notice through readings and stuff. But like I said, no lights, no nothing. It just happens to be doing whatever it's doing. So yeah, there you have it, guys. Like I said, I don't really know what is going on. Like I said, I'm not a mechanic. I do all of my own stuff to this thing so far. I'm just not scared to take it apart. If I wreck it, I wreck it, whatever. It's always fixable, but for this, I don't know. I'll have to, like I said, maybe I'll bring it to one of my actual mechanic buddies so he can look at it. Or do we trade it in? I have been thinking about trading the car in lately. I know everybody tells me, no, don't trade it in. The other weird part is I ordered a coolant tank for the car. A new one to replace the ugly plastic thing in there. And then now the coolant is starting to have issues. It's almost like the car is just telling me, don't mess with me anymore, leave me alone. But regardless of that, we're putting the tank in. It's in my garage now. I just haven't had time to put it in. So stay tuned for that video. And if you know what's going on, or you had similar issues with your car, or you've had friends maybe, I know there's a lot of Mustangs out there. I'm sure I'm not the only one with this problem. But let me know what the issue was, what they did to fix it, if they fixed it, or if it just went away. So we'll see. Like I said, it's losing coolant very slowly, like very, very slowly. and it stutters. Almost like no air, no fuel or something like that. It wants to die. And once you get going again, it's like a new car. It's gone, everything runs fine. So it's one of those things that's impossible to bring to somebody and say, hey, my car is doing this, because, you know, same as everything else, when you get there, oh, we can't replicate the problem, blah, blah, blah. End of story. Just waste your money, waste your time. So we shall see. I'm going to go home. We'll take a look at her. Like I said, once the engine cools off, I'll take a deeper look into there and see if I can find anything that looks like it's maybe leaking somewhere. But I'm not really expecting to find anything. Oil change is coming up on the car, another 500K or so, and I'll be changing the oil so I can see what that looks like. And we'll just keep carrying on. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this little video. Like I said, I'm just trying to keep you informed with all the good and bad of the car. And if you want to see the outcome and you want to see some more stuff that's coming for the car, make sure you subscribe, leave a thumbs up. Catch you guys in the next video. Hopefully you enjoyed this one. Thanks for watching, everybody, and we'll talk to you later.